Hello. So here we go. Let's start our lesson for arithmetic sequence. So let's start these first basic ones. Let's see if we can figure out how we find these next terms. So for number 1, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think the next 3 numbers are? Jimmy, what are you getting? 5, 6, 7? Good job. Yeah, exactly. 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. So the next one is 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, isn't that just even numbers? So won't that just be 10, 12, 14? Yeah, exactly. So if you look, what are we really doing? Aren't we adding 2 each time on that one? Okay, so there's a little pattern to that. Are we adding 2? So that's what we should be looking at. So let's look at number 3. What are we adding here? We're adding 6, right? So how we can do this is, if you can't find out so easily, can't you do 11 minus 5? Can't you do your second term minus your first term to find the difference between each one? So look at, are we going 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 6 is 17, plus 6 is 23, plus 6, 29, plus 6, 35. And then wouldn't that fill out our next 3? Wouldn't that be the easiest way to predict these numbers? Yep. So let's try the next ones. Let's see if we can find it a little bit harder. Okay. Now we have a couple challenge questions. Let's look at number 1. It starts at 10. Then we have a space, and it goes blank 20, blank blank 35. What do you think we're adding by each time? Let's see. If I had to guess, wouldn't it be 5? 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Hey, that worked. A good way that I would do it if it's hard to tell is, didn't we add a number to get here? Let's call that number D. So we add D to get here. Don't we add another D, because we only have to do the same amount to get here? So didn't we just add 2D to get from there to there? And how much numbers did we want to go from 10 to 20? Well, aren't there 10 numbers from there to there? And didn't we jump twice? So that means each one is a 5 jump, like you jump by 5 numbers? Yes. So look at this one. 11, 15. Oh, so right there, aren't we already adding 4? So 19, 23, 27. Oh, that was pretty easy. Go ahead and try this one. 3, blank, 17, blank, 31. How are we going to find what number we are jumping by? Did you guys try it the same way I did number 1? Where you did, aren't we doing 2 jumps from there? And isn't the difference from here to here 14? So doesn't it mean we have to jump by 7? You do 14 divided by 2? Yeah. So 10, 17, 24, 31. Not too bad, right? Good. Now there's a couple of vocab you need to know so that we can get an equation for this arithmetic sequence. The 4 things you need to know is D, which we kind of already stated right before, is the amount added or subtracted to get to the next term. A sub 1 is the first term of the sequence. A sub n is the last term of the sequence. And lastly, n is how many terms from the first term to your last term. So how many terms do we have all together? So I go back to this one. If we went all the way to here, to 31, aren't there 5 terms? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wouldn't our n be 5 in your last term? The last term specifically would be a sub 5. That's your 5th term. Sounds good? So I'm going to let you guys start by trying to figure out an equation to find the nth term. Give you 20 seconds. Let's see. If anybody can come up with something quick. So, the correct equation for this is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1d. So, how this works is, isn't d how many we're jumping by, like the numbers to get to each one? And n is how many terms we have. So, if we multiply that by how many terms we have, that's getting our jumps all together. And it finds our last term. So, you guys will be using this equation a lot. So write this down. You're going to be using this equation a lot on your homework. And your homework is page 152, numbers 1 through 35 odd.